board with us. Hang in there. We're going to get the show started in just a moment. Welcome as we are going live. Okay, so it appears to me we are having some good... Let's see here. Oh yeah. That's great. Okay, folks, welcome to the program. We'll get this started off right now. Let's go. This is live at 5, and I'm your happy
Bear
lover.
first showed up. He shared the wealth. He came with his friends. He did his part. He was a true lover, working without the expectations of others. When he realized it was time to go to war on behalf of the Pulse Chain Army, he rounded up his friends. He shared the wealth. He drove in style, ready to serve his friends. And together they went on to march and march and march for the advancement of decentralized finance. With the power of numbers multiplying in their multitudes, Metcalfe's law was fully in effect. And that is the spirit of Bear on Pulse Chain. Let's go.
So, I mean... To bet on things in crypto being valueless is a fool's bet, because the silliest things maintain value.
They say, if you don't want to age, be a lover.
Oh, Optimum mode, ready to go. There is...
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
And welcome to the program. I'm your happy healer lover. Today on the program, it is October 10th. It is 5 p.m. live at 5. It's here on Tuesdays and Fridays every single week. We'll be discussing the things that are happening on Pulse Chain. We'll be communicating with the Pulse Chain ecosystem, people, the various coins that we are so interested in and connected to, and learning to be better and learning to create in the best way possible. Let's get things started off. Seeking peace and understanding amidst the conflict and crypto dynamics. In a world where information traverses faster than a blink of an eye, we come together bound by our shared humanity and collective concerns to deliberate on these things going on in Israel with the immutable essence of the Happy Healer ethos. It gives you pause to think, and that's what this program is about. It's the underpinning scenario, folks. It's the unveiled scenario where even Politico magazine sheds light on the surprise attack in Israel by Hamas, thereby not merely unsettling the immediate vicinity, but casting a looming shadow upon global peace. Dennis Ross, enveloped in the nuanced affairs in the Middle East, discerns the multifaceted roots tethered to the prospects of a U.S.-Saudi-Israeli deal, sparking apprehensions and reactivating stratagems from Hamas and perhaps their allies. So this is what's going on. The ripple in cryptocurrency and economic landscape does play some role. It's a tumultuous seas of conflict, my friends. And cryptocurrency emerges in these situations, and it embodies duality, a potential safe harbor for investors, for a reflection of global situations. So this is a digital coin atmosphere where you're safer. Though seemingly detached, it's a mirror of the tempest of the geopolitical unrest. It's weaving into a very fabric of the tremors of our shared global heartbeat. It's in the spirit of Happy Healer, embracing unconditional love, that we do better. Imagine a tapestry where the threads of unconditional love and respect through the strategies of global leadership, crafting a paradigm where dialogue, mutual understanding, and preventive diplomacy shape our interactions and interventions, perhaps distilling conflict into historical residue. The Israel and Palestine dynamic, Oslo and beyond, through the oscillating fortunes of the Oslo peace process, we glimpse visions of a peaceful coexistence that at times dissolve into the midst of reoccurring tensions and fractious engagements, thus continuously reconstructing and deconstructing the envisioned harmonious existence of the Israelis and Palestinians alike. Through the lens of Happy Healer, compassion and equity in our collective journey, let us channel our energies in ensuring that peace accords, negotiations, and societal constructions are imbued with fairness, comprehensive considerations, and a heartfelt acknowledgement of the trials, tribulations, and aspirations of individual embroiled in these complex dynamic. Benjamin Netanyahu, in his approach, criticisms and implications, in traversing the corridors of policy and strategy, we find Benjamin Netanyahu's approach casting shadows of both pragmatism and counterproductive endeavors, thereby weaving a narrative that elicits variegated perspectives in its efficacy towards crafting a sustainable peace. Stop for a moment. Think about this stuff. It does have an effect in our cryptocurrency sphere, and that's why we bring it up. We will not ignore it. Applying the Happy Healer genuine intentions and moral courage to the situation. In a sprawling garden of political strategy, let us sow seeds of transparent intentions, ensuring each policy, negotiation, and endeavor blossoms with an intrinsic desire for harmony, security, and collective prosperity, embracing the intrinsic value of every life that breathes under our shared sky. Crypto community, potential pathways for support and solidarity, such as the things we're doing with SENS research. It is a coin that is donating money to the process of life extension itself. In the intersectionality of technology and finance, the cryptocurrency sphere indeed can be a conduit for humanitarian aid. offering stable economic alternative in the face of geopolitical upheaval and channeling resources towards the alleviation of suffering and emanating from the conflict zones, embarking on the Happy Healer's journey. And we're always constructing bridges. The journey with Happy Healer envisages the utilizing the decentralized essence of cryptocurrency to facilitate seamless messages of borderless financial aid, whilst elevating our platforms to be beacons that propagate message of peace, solidarity, and collective healing. We should forge ahead, crafting our endeavors and interactions with a steadfast belief in unconditional love, mutual respect, and a collective aim towards healing and peace. Even amidst the landscape of geopolitics and financial markets, let us not divorce our actions from our innate humanity, ensuring our endeavors are perpetually in service of compassion, solidarity, and universal prosperity. With hearts pulsating, with empathy and hands perpetually extended in fellowship, we are all happy healers. Just like your happy healer lover and me. Let's hope for saner hearts to align, and for human values to be front and center. And for us, that means on the blockchain accepting nothing less than sacred human value. And remember, not your keys, not your tokens. We have Jamie on the program from Atrofa, a new protocol on Pulse Chain serving the liquidity needs of the Atrofa ecosystem, incentivizing those efforts and adding to the vibrant atmosphere of Pulse Chain. Welcome to the program. Live at 5. And I will bring Jamie on here in our next segment. So, bear with me while we get Jamie on the program. How are you doing today, Jamie? Can you hear me, sir? Go ahead and keep talking, Jamie. It's probably switching over now to the right speakers. Testing 1 2. Jamie, are you there? He's here just a moment ago. I know he's here. Yep, we're on. So just hang on one moment, folks, while we figure out why we can't hear Jamie just yet. I know he's back there. I heard him just a moment ago. Jamie, are you there, sir? Okay, I know he was here just a moment. It still shows that he's on, so I'm not sure if that is... Let's see if we can get some sound here from him. We are still doing good. We're live on the program. Let's see here. Everything looks good. Got to make sure of this stuff, folks. Otherwise, what happens is you get through an entire program and you thought you were on, but you weren't. So that's really important. It looks like everything's okay, though. Hey, Jamie, what we'll do is we'll hang up and have you call back, sir, because for some reason it's not switching over to the other speaker like I was trying to do from before. So go ahead and hang up and call me back, sir. Now we got him. Okay, Jamie, are you there, sir?
I'm here. Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
I can hear you now. That's all we had to do. Is so next time we know when there's a guest, when that happens, just hang up, come back on. That will resolve the problem. Amen. Hallelujah.
No worries.
That's just the way it goes sometimes, my friend. So it's great to have you on board, buddy.
Same happy. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I love what you're doing over at Atrofa. How are things coming along for you?
Yeah, they're coming along. I think the initial hype died down a bit, but I'm still building. I've made a lot of improvement to the website to improve people's experience. So I've seen you've got all screenshot of the website. If you look at it now, it's looking completely different. And
Yeah, I did
yeah,
notice
I have
that you
a,
made
I
some changes. Let me show the folks that actually. I will put that on a board, but you can go ahead and continue on.
Yeah, so I hope people enjoy the changes, and it shows that I'm working hard to make it work. I'm not letting anyone down.
That's good, man. Is there any circumstance under which you would quit this program because it dropped so far, or it was going through a low point, or it was dealing with adversity, so you just said, oh, it's not worth my time anymore, I'm out? Is there any point that would happen?
I don't. I mean, unless absolutely no one had any more interest in it, and I was left
I
all
think,
by myself. Obviously, that
well,
will be something. But
that's not going to happen, I don't think. The reason why I'm asking that.
as
Go ahead.
long as I've got ideas and suggestions on things I can build, I'll be happily building.
That's great news, man. And the reason why I was asking you that is because I like seeing these developers that stick through no matter what, thick and thin. We see it with Tony. Tony's also another one of these yield protocols. And we have Slash. He's gone through where he was doing $1 million a day in volume in the beginning, because this has been around now for a while, since May 17th. And it did take a dip. It's under a penny now. At one point it was, up to 50 something cents, and we're about right at 50 cents. So that's a big drop, and his commitment hasn't changed not one bit. He is fully committed, building on that protocol. There's a large group around it that really supports it, no matter what the price is, because he's going into the bull market with strength. Now, for you,
Yeah.
I would like to see your same commitment to Atrofa to be the same way, no matter what happens, no matter what kinds of upheaval there may be, that the money that's in the pool sticks around, that people can trust in that. Because once they have that realization, then there is a safety net in being with Atrofa, because it's Jamie who's behind it, and it's not going anywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, and I'll tell you something happy is that I'm taking this project as well. It's my first project, as you know, and I'm taking it as a learning opportunity too. So you see, for example, through this website, I have learned a lot that it's actually very important for people to look at something that they like looking at. It's not just about how well it works, which it has been working well since day one, but it's also how it looks. And I'm learning every day, and I'm taking this project like this too. That means I'm going to try to introduce some things. If you look at the roadmap, I'm going to try to introduce some new things, and I will be learning to do them, and I will take that as I'll always be learning.
That's great. Yeah, well, that's a nice, humble attitude to have about it. Now, the folks do see your new and improved website. Very impressive. I like the looks of things. It's really picking up. And that's great, man. You're not giving up at all on this. You are pushing forward. And yes, you did have your spike. It's just like SRF. It had a spike. Did you know in the beginning, Teddy also had a spike? The Bitcoin, everybody's in. Everybody's supporting on the top of the program. You've seen our army of bears coming in. And that's because Bear is huge in the ecosystem right now, and everybody's behind it. But I remember not so long ago, it was only a month and a half ago, where it felt like yours truly, the Happy Healer, was the only guy in it. And yet it was so hard even to sell $40, such huge slippage. Now look at today. We have almost $400,000 in liquidity on one pair with the WPLS, and then the other pair with the Atrofa, about equal. And one thing that I've noticed about Atrofarm, which is connected to Atrofa, which is your .io protocol, is your liquidity is about matching your market cap, which is actually quite impressive, I think.
Yeah, so that's been good despite the price drop the past few days. Our liquidity pool has increased. The ratio to market cap has increased anyway, and our TVL as well. So the total value locked on our protocol has increased. So we've got the market cap. I think stands at, it's very low. It's like 27K maybe at the moment, but our TVL is more than twice this amount. So that includes all the TVL from not just our Atrofa token, but also all the tokens from
That's
the
right.
Atrofa ecosystem.
Well, I think you're doing a terrific job, man. And, you know, the fact is right now we're looking at the Atrofa on the deck screener, and it's showing six and a little over 6.5 pennies, 6,657. And I think that given your current trajectory, that's a great deal for investors who want to get in potentially. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just your Happy Healer's honest opinion. And again, if you look at this market cap, it's $25,000 market cap. That's a great market cap to get in. But the liquidity itself, and this is on only one pair, the WPLS pair, is at $26,000. That's great. I appreciate that. You know, the holders, and I'm one of the holders, appreciates that because that shows that the liquidity is going to continue to grow as Atrofa itself grows. And it's solidly backed by not only the Atropa system, but here we see the WPLS, which is the main coin on Pulse Chain. And then if we take it back and we look at the pair for Atrofa to match that up with Atropa, I think we have a heavier weight on the PLS side, which is a good balance. I don't know if that was your plan on that, but it's a good balance. Well, that's the wrong one. That's Atropa. Let's go back to Atrofa. Yeah, I think that's a really good balance. Here it is. I think that's a really good balance, and you have just shy of $5,000 liquidity, so you have actually a higher weight on the PLS side, which balances things out because you're actually part of the Atropa ecosystem, providing value to that ecosystem, at the same time balanced on the Pulse side. Was there any planning in that game plan theory?
Yes, when it's all I was planning on launching just Atropa pair, to be honest, at the start, but when I was planning on launching, the Atropa price was going down heavily, and some people in the Telegram advised that it would probably be better to start with WPLS pair and introduce the Atropa pair later, which I thought was a good advice at the time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that your liquidity between Atropa and PLS is actually higher than your market cap. I could only imagine when this thing's at like a 5. You know, I think Tony got up to around 25, maybe $30 million market cap at one point. Would it be true then that liquidity would be that high if you got into that range? I mean, how would that work?
No, the liquidity doesn't increase as fast as market cap. Unless people just kept adding and adding. But if price was increasing and market cap was increasing, I would market cap would start to be higher than liquidity little by little.
Little bit. That would be expected, right? Like that would be kind of insane. Yes. But I don't ever see Atrofa not having adequate liquidity, no matter how much of a sell-off you get. Because as soon as you pump back up, the liquidity is there. People who want to get out can get out. People who want to get in can get in. And that, to me, is very healthy.
And I also locked, I locked my, the initial liquidity that I put in when I launched the token is locked for pretty much forever. So
that's good. How much is that you locked, sir?
Until 2,100. So, it was $500. It was $500 at the start, but by now I don't know. It's probably a lot more. Because,
yeah, it grew. It grew.
Of the fees. Yeah.
That's right. So that's the other thing. Like people can add to the liquidity of Atrofa and Atropa or Atrofa and PLS, and when they do, it increases the liquidity and they make yield opportunity on that. And but over time, as it grows, like you said, they have the option to pull that out. But when you lock it in there, that's when it seems to me that when it can't be pulled out, that it can grow to vast proportions. We've seen it with other coins as well, where this liquidity, it could start at lower levels, but as soon as the game action comes in, the pair becomes more valuable, and it's reflected in the market cap and in the available liquidity for trading. And so I like what I see there. What are the different types of pools available that you have for yield farming, and what are their respective APYs, sir?
So we have quite a few pools for different tokens of the Atrofa ecosystem. So for Teddy Bear, CIA, lately the latest one was CIA. We've got Atrofa, of course, SRF, Monat Money, TSFI. Well, the most popular coins, I believe. And on top of that, we also have our native pool, so with the Atrofa token. And I have started, so lately with the CIA and the Atrofa fan club, started to have like native pool with those tokens too. So that increased a bit of the use case for the Atrofa token, just give more opportunities to use the token in different pools. And the APRs, they're varying, so no, they vary from about 150% to a few thousand%, depending on the pool.
And that's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and you did add quite a few on there. And folks, if you haven't been to the Atrofa ecosystem for a little while, you should go back and take a look at what Jamie has going on. There are a lot of inclusions, including TSFI is doing very well. That's been there from the beginning, Teddy Bear and all the normal ones. SRF, which is one of my favorite, of course. I love what SRF stands for, life extension. You see it up here. And we have PDI, Atropa with PLS is also on there. You can earn 344% on that pair. CIA and Atrofa is pulling in right now 1,214%. That's amazing. That's ready for anybody to claim. It looks like you just put, no, wait a second. How many do we have in there? Okay, we have some liquidity in there. It's building up. I'll go ahead and pull down on that. So there's a good opportunity for folks who want to get involved in this right now. Of course, the more you get involved and you put your liquidity into this and more people are participating, that interest rate might go down a bit, but it's still very, very attractive. And there's great opportunities on the Atrofa ecosystem. And Jamie seems like a really nice guy. This last Friday we had him on, and there were some technical difficulties with the program, so we had to reschedule today. And so it's really good to have you on. And I think that that commitment of showing up and talking about your protocol and the various things people can achieve by going to your website, that really looks fantastic, shows your commitment to this. And with all of the rug pulls that we've seen on Pulse Chain and the dishonesty, your HappyHealer, of course, is all about honesty, all about doing things better. And I see somebody in Jamie that is doing things better. He's new at this. He's been at this now for about 8 months, which is a testament to you. It should inspire you if you want to be a developer, the things that you can do and the value that you can add to Pulse Chain. We are at the bottom of a bear market. It's really questionable where things are going to go, and that's always the case. Just a week ago, the sentiment was that Bitcoin was going to fly, and we were all going to the moon this month, Pumptober. However, now with the war with Israel, which I talked about on the top of the show, and I had to cover that stuff because I'm not going to be tone deaf. And it's unfortunate the things that are happening there. If you've seen any bit of that, have you seen what was going on over there? Like they had the paratroopers coming in on top of one of these festivals, and it's just really sad. Those folks didn't have any clue of what was about to happen. There was really nowhere to run. They were scattering all over, panic and just mass panic. And, just a moment before they were dancing and having a great time. I think that's testament to how quickly reality can change on us when we assume everything's good. We're taking things for granted. We're fighting with each other. We're doing everything but building and loving. And so that's what I am about, is the Happy Healer. Honest things, building, loving. I'm a hard worker and a fierce fighter. People don't, in my view, I don't want to be in fights with people. There's a lot of people out there, though, who do want that. And when you represent an energy that is of love, then you're in the best predicament to defend the things that are most important, not just to yourself, but to all of our progress. But anyways, moving along here, we see the CIA pair, then also Monat Money, Atrofa and PLS, Atrofa, which is actually, is that your largest pair? No, that's not it. The PLS one is, but it's your second largest. And then we have Atrofa Fan Club, which is awesome. Has $1,100 in that one. Great opportunities, paying 813% currently. And we have, I guess that's Atrofa. So you have it with Atrofa and Atrofa, so that's really cool. And I wonder, that one's got 836. So looking at it, the Atrofa Fan Club has more liquidity added to it in your ecosystem than does the Atropa side. So that shows good for your fans, brother. You've got people that really believe in what you're doing, Jamie.
Yes, that was good. So I initially didn't have a Atrofa AFC, but people asked for it. So I just got it out, and as soon as it was out, just liquidity started building there. So that was good to see. Yeah.
Well, this program is all for you, buddy. We're here to highlight what you're doing at Atrofa. And I'm here, and I think the community is here to support the things you're doing, because we needed a place where we can earn on the liquidity that we provide. A lot of people were providing liquidity and they weren't really earning anything, but this became a way that they could earn. And Atrofa is, I think, an honest system that's doing good things, and it's great for Pulse Chain. A few more questions here for you. What is the protocol's liquidity provider fee, and how is it distributed?
Do you mean the deposit fee into the? What do you mean, Happy? The deposit fee into the pool?
Yeah. Like any fees associated with it.
Yeah, so we've got a 2% deposit fee on pools that are non-native, so without the Atrofa token in them. So it is 2% deposit fee. They are going into the dev wallet, and they accumulate. And at some stage, when there is enough for it to be consequent and to be relevant, like I will be doing buyback and burn.
Okay. So you're doing buybacks with those 2%. I think that's amazing.
Yes.
That now? Let me ask you something point blank and right, direct. Is this 2% fee meant to serve the community and the growth of Atrofa, or is that 2% fee for the backside supporting, other things, operations, this kind of thing?
I'd say that will be up to the community, really. At this stage, I'm thinking it will be buyback and burn, but I'm always open to suggestions from the community, and if people have a great idea and the community supports it, it can be used for something else.
That's right.
When we launched the original Hive and the feast came very strongly, the community voted to use the fees to pay for Dextool.
Right. Well,
so
that's good. If it's up to the community, that's an honest answer. I like that. And I would caution anybody who is a developer and you have a lot of eyeballs looking at you when you develop. They want to see what you're doing. Okay, you're charging 2%. That's not bad. That's a nice fee that people will pay if they then see what you're doing is honest things with it. You're helping the ecosystem. It's meant for that. There's some developers, they're quite dishonest in their actions, and they'll take that money and they'll pocket it and they think it's theirs. So that's the main concern, is that it works for the community, that's an honest step. And I think that's the smartest way to go, because quite frankly, everybody's aware that when the price increases and it appreciates, that's how the holders of the coin benefit. And that's really how the owners and the people that are the founders should also benefit. and hodlers win.
That's right. Yes, and you can see you can look at the dev wallet at any time and see what it's all holding, and so see the fees. For example, at the moment we've got probably about $300 in fees, I'd say. So I haven't done any buyback and burn yet because I'm a bit reluctant to do it at the moment because of the price action. I'm afraid to just provide exit liquidity to people who just want to live and waste the fees. So yeah, that's the reason why no buyback and burn has happened yet. I'm waiting for them to build up a bit and do it at a more meaningful moment.
So you have a game plan on that, a game theory that you're working?
Yes, I don't. I guess I don't really want to waste the fees where they're quite precious. I don't want to waste them. So I'm waiting for the right time.
That's good. And did I hear you also say that it's a community participation thing? You should get your butts over to Atrofa and tell Jamie what you want him to do with that 2% fee. That's what you're saying?
Yes, I mean, yes, I guess that's right. Yes.
Yeah, he listens to
can
his
always-
people. That's good. I like that a lot, brother. That's powerful, and I think a lot of people will respond to that. And you got to do the game plan, and you're the teacher of your community. You have to be passionate. Let them know where you want to go. They'll help you get there, brother. And I'm part of that community. And we're all on the same team. And when I'm on a team, I am a strong participant. I am not one to just sell out my brothers and sisters. I want to see us succeed and strive and drive to new levels and new highs. And Jamie, I see it for you, brother. The most amount of progress that Atrofa has at a $25,000 market cap with all of this energy, all of this behind it, the community. I mean, I don't see how it can go anywhere but flying high. With the honesty, a small fee of 2%, with the security of the MasterChef contract. We all know what that is. And if you don't know what that is, you can go to Jamie's Twitter. He's got a nice, elegant explanation using the most advanced artificial intelligence to explain to you exactly what that is. Correct?
Yes, that's right. So there were some concerns that I didn't get an audit, and I explained why. But I also used ChatGPT to review the contract and to provide a bit of peace of mind to people, to assure them I cannot steal any funds from the contract.
That's right. Well, what about an audit? Because that also plagued Tony's beginnings. They're doing super well. And I would say out of every 50 people, one person would jump up with this concern, either that or a white paper or something else. It didn't matter how honest that / was. These concerns just plagued the system. So what plan do you have so that holders of Atrofa don't get plagued by these concerns that other investors have? We want Metcalfe's law to work for us. We want the community to grow. And I think that alleviating these concerns are very important.
Yeah, so there is different, for example, all the contracts are verified. So it's open source. Anyone can go in the blockchain, go in a Pulse scan and read the contract. When I launched, of course, several Pulse chain dev looked into the contract because they want to protect the community too, and none of those devs have found anything untoward that I could do. And I have even had good feedbacks in Pulse chain dev chat, saying the contract was clear. So there is that. There is also my tweet and my conversation with ChatGPT about it. Yes, and I encourage everyone to look at the contract and maybe even take it to ChatGPT themselves or talk with other devs.
That's right, they can, and there's a lot of. That's why it's very important to network with people as well. We're all family in the same ecosystem of Pulse Chain. We're all going to do better working together with love, just like we talked about on the top of the program. Very important stuff. Make sure you pay attention to that. Have you put this in or discussed any of this with Pulse Police?
No, I haven't directly. No, I haven't. But I'm not sure if anyone brought it up, to be honest. I haven't been in the police chat for a while.
I think that would be a
but,
great avenue for you and the community. It would they go over it, typically for free as the community, and they provide a lot of peace of mind and security. If you don't get it audited yourself, they do that. And then the other thing is, if you talk to the community, they might decide between everybody that it makes sense to get it audited one way or another, and that it's that important for growth. So that's something I would advise from the heart of the community, that you take very seriously, especially after seeing the trajectory on other protocols and things that I think are very important for growth. For honesty is so important. People pay attention to that so much, and it's the thing that's not really spoken about, but it's the thing that causes people to act or not act or sell. If they'll start getting a sense of fear, and as soon as that comes in, it doesn't matter how honest or how good your intentions are. It's about how they feel about it, and alleviating their fears. It's a good program, so I think it's a good protocol. So I think that's very important, to alleviate fears with facts, to be educated, and it's important for the investor to do their own research, to be educated themselves on these things. 2% for a yield providing farm is very attractive. Atrofa needed this for a lot of coins that people wanted to see grow and have more robust liquidity. So we, as a community, appreciate that, Jamie.
No, well, thank you very much, Happy. Yeah, the community has been super supportive too since the start, to be honest. It's been great.
Well, let's give you an opportunity, if you like, because you are new in developing. This is your first project. I know you'll be involved with other things because that's how the community is. What are some of your goals on Pulse Chain? What are some of your future goals on Atrofa for the future in Pulse Chain, sir?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to finish the last details of the website. Just make sure it's nice and perfect how I like it. Then I'm going to move on to so I released the roadmap in the docs, and I'm going to move on to I'm going to move on to develop a price prediction game for Pulse. And any feeds from that will be again used for buyback and burns.
Wow.
I'm also going to develop some single staking pools for the different Atrofa tokens. But why I'm saying I'm going to develop them, because I want them to I don't want them to provide rewards to people without them being supportive of the wider Atrofa ecosystem. So, for example, in order to get the maximum yield out of them, you would need to hold Atrofa or provide liquidity for Atrofa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the highest liquidity earning opportunities are found in those pairs, yes? Your main pairs?
Yes, because the big problem with single site staking is usually it doesn't provide any benefits to the ecosystem, right?
That's right. That's what Richard Hart said.
Yes, exactly. So I can understand people like single-sided staking, and there will be fees, but I think in order to enjoy single-sided staking, you need to provide some value to the ecosystem too.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with that, sir. And let's see. I'm gonna give you an opportunity here if you want to add anything else to this before we conclude the interview. I don't see any participation in terms of questions being asked right now. So as this goes on and as you grow, I welcome you also in the future to come back onto the program and update us on how progress has been. I know I'll be inside the Atrofa Telegram learning and participating myself. I enjoy doing that with other people in their projects. If you are watching this live, this is an opportunity now while we have Jamie on the phone. He is also willing to answer any of your questions. So go ahead and ask if you want. I'm looking at the simulcast of chat and I don't see any questions per se. So do send those if you want to ask any. In the meantime, I think we went over a lot of information as it is. One of the big concerns that people have is the protocol security mechanism and how it ensures safety for user funds. And that's one of the things we discussed that he went into quite thoroughly. So that's something also, if you're concerned about, you should go to the Telegram and you'll learn a lot there. There's a lot of great people that are involved in this. And it's really a great opportunity where it's at. They had a big boom and now it's at that point, I honestly think, right before a rocket ship once we get this bull market going, because it serves a real purpose. Atrofa is an ecosystem on Pulse Chain that's not going anywhere, in my opinion. I don't want it to go anywhere. I see its usefulness. And if we all continue to support the things on Pulse Chain that help enact Metcalfe's law, that's only going to benefit the whole system better. And that's super, super important for our continued growth to the price appreciation of Pulse itself. We've seen what it's done for Ethereum. Ethereum has skyrocketed because of all of the people and liquidity that has been brought onto the chain in various projects. And it's always the safe main coin to go to when people are coming out of a project or they're selling out, they go back into Ethereum. And many people hold Ethereum like a savings account even. And here with Richard Hart, we have the Hex community, which is a strong, vibrant community with a diverse crowd of people who are super fired up and excited about the prospects of the future. And I am one of those people. Would you consider yourself a Hexican?
Myself, I would not. No, it's for me. Pulse Chain it's quite new. I discovered Richard and Hex and Pulse Chains when Pulse Chain launched, basically. So
Yeah.
I'm getting into it.
But then there you go. That's good enough. Get into it, my brother. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of friends found in Hex because it really is a strong community. When you are in Hex,
It is, yeah.
they will be in your stuff. They will check it out. They're smart people. They're creators. They're developers, and that's what we do. We're all here to create. We're all here to put our effort into the chain, and that's how Metcalfe's law really gets enacted. That's what it means to not have expectations of the work of others. It's selfless giving. When you have selfless giving to the chain that you're promoting, you make your money through appreciation, not through betrayal here or rug pull there. And that is a lot of reward. And Pulse Chain, I have no doubt, is headed in that direction and has been already, even in the bear market. So it's really something to get excited about. Would you like to add anything to that, my friend?
Yes, I guess just on what you said about the community. Yes, I've been very impressed with how tight the community is and supportive of anything legit. It's a great community, and I'm very glad that I actually launched Pulse Chain.
Man, I'll tell you what, you really chose the right chain. Continue to get in there, appreciate the community, drive your ambition, drive your commitment forward, build. I'll be watching you, so will the rest of the community be watching you. And we're all excited about the things that you're building and the things that you're doing for Pulse Chain. Thank you very much for that, Jamie.
Thank you very much, Happy. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. So will you come back on the program again, sir?
Yes, I'd love to and answer any questions. And again, if anyone has questions when they watch this, they can come into the Telegram, and I'll be more than happy to answer anything as well. But I'll be glad to come back and report on anything and answer questions. And,
Well, that's wonderful. I think you're a great, honest man, and that's where we'll end it on this one for this evening. Time now is 5:51. This was Live at 5. Now we're shutting down for the night. Thank you very much for spending time with us, and thank you, Jamie, for spending time with us, and we'll see you next time.